Howdy, friends. It's Steve Depot, realtor and advisor with the Rose Realty team. Today's Texas real estate question: what is the cost of waiting to sell your home? That decision might be costing you thousands without you even realizing it. Get out a pencil and a piece of paper because I'm going to break it down right now so we understand what waiting really means in Denton County. Timing isn't everything in real estate, but it's close. If you've been sitting on the idea of selling your home, hoping for the perfect time, you're not alone. But here's the truth. Let's talk about the real financial impact of hitting pause on your home sale. We hear it all the time. I'll wait until rates drop, or maybe prices will go up more next year. And those thoughts are understandable. But in this shifting market, the cost of waiting can show up in ways you might not expect. Higher mortgage rates for buyers, rising inventory, slower appreciation, or missed peak buyer activity. Here's an example that hits close to home. Let's say you were planning to list 6 months ago when inventory was tighter. Since then, Denton County's housing supply has grown and so has competition. More listings mean buyers have more choices. That puts downward pressure on your asking price and potentially adds days or weeks to your time on market. Or take interest rates. If buyers are paying more each month because of rising rates, their purchasing power shrinks. That directly affects what they're willing to offer on your home. You could list at the same price you had in mind before, but today's buyer may not be able to meet you there. And the longer you wait, the more that affordability gap grows. And then there's condition and maintenance. So the longer you wait, the more likely small issues around the house can snowball into bigger costs. HVAC systems age, roofs wear, paint fades. These things add up and buyers notice. A home that felt move-in ready a year ago might need $5,000, $10,000 in updates today just to stay competitive. Or consider this. Maybe you were thinking about listing last October. You decided to hold off. We went through those 10 days of cold weather and ice, and a pipe burst or your driveway took a beating because you outdowned salt, like what happened to us. Now you have a repair issue on your hands. That's why we always encourage sellers to think in terms of market momentum, not market perfection. There's rarely a perfect time to sell, but there is a smart time, and often that time is now. When you act based on data and strategy, not emotion or fear, you stay in control. And that's where we come in. Here in Denton County, we've worked with many homeowners who delayed selling for months, sometimes years, only to look back and say, I wish I had listed sooner. Our goal is to help you avoid that regret. We'll review your current home value, recent comps, local buyer trends, and what the next few months look like in your neighborhood. Then we build a plan that works for your timeline without leaving money on the table. So if selling is on your radar, let's talk about what waiting might actually be costing you. The answer might surprise you and could save you thousands. We are the Rose Realty team here in Denton County, and I'm ready when you are. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you next week for our next installment of Texas Real Estate Questions. Wait 2 seconds for our contact information.